Jessica and Antoinette, following the meeting last night, the select board here in Harvard is requesting that a member resign from the board and is censuring that member based on his posts on social media. This is the member at the center of controversy, Don Ludwig. Until last night, he was the chair of the select board. He did offer to step down as chair in response to written complaints from residents about what the board calls denigrating posts on his personal social media account. The account has since been deleted. Ludwig did not attend the select board meeting last night, but the remaining members accepted his offer to step down as chair. This morning we spoke with the first person who filed a complaint about Ludwig's social media posts. She says this is not about politics.
I embrace differing viewpoints. I don't embrace demeaning comments or degrading classes of people.
Based on our executive session, I move that the Select Board censure Select Board member Donald E. Ludwig for posting denigrating statements on social media that were inconsistent with the board's diversity statement and in violation of the Article 3, Paragraph A of the town's Code of Conduct for town elected and appointed officials.
That is the new chair of the select board announcing the decision to censure Don Ludwig and ask for his resignation from the board. Ludwig was not available to talk with us this morning, but in an email to the board members dated February 17th, Ludwig writes, quote, "I believe in an individual's right to free speech and was not acting in my capacity as a board member when posting, but I see no other recourse than to apologize, step down as chair, and suspend my re-election campaign." Don Ludwig remains a member of the select board itself. He is, however, no longer the chair. His current term expires at the end of May. Reporting live in Harvard, Todd Kiskiewicz, WCVB News Center 5.
All right, Todd, thank you.